Have you ever opened Excel and felt like you are starting at the sea of empty cells with no idea where to begin? I get it. It can be overwhelming at first. Don't worry, I've got you covered. Hi there, I am Taib. Welcome to our exciting journey where we'll unlock your potential with 10 simple tips mastering Excel workbook and worksheet. These are building blocks for every project you ever work on in Excel. And once you get the hang of them, it's smooth sailing from there. Whether you are just starting out or brushing up for Excel exam, by the end of this tutorial, you'll be ready to take anything Excel throughout you. Here is what we're going to cover today. We'll start by understanding the structure of workbook and worksheet. Then we'll explore how to customize your workbook and manage multiple worksheets. Next, we'll dive into sales reference, row, and columns, followed by protecting your workbook and worksheet. Finally, we'll cover printing, exporting, and additional pro tips that will make your workflow smoother and more efficient. Check out the video description for timestamps so you can skip ahead any section that you want to revisit or learn more about it. Grab your computer and open a new workbook in Excel. Let's get started and follow along together. All right, let's dive into workbooks, the backbone of every Excel project. Think of the workbook as a digital binder where all your data comes together. Just like a binder can have multiple pages, an Excel workbook can house several worksheets, making it super easy to organize different datasets all in one place. When you open a new workbook, it automatically gets the name of book 1, but here is the catch. You definitely don't want to leave it at that. Imagine the chaos of having a bunch of book 1. Instead, give your workbook a name that reflect its content. If you are tracking sales, how about monthly sales or maybe sales data quarter 1 2025? Trust me, this small change will save you lots of time and headache later when you have multiple workbooks to manage. Here is how to rename your workbook. First, click on the File tab on the ribbon at the top left corner. Select Save Save As from the menu. Choose where you want to save your file in a folder on your computer. In the file name field, type your favorite name, or like maybe you can save it as a sales data for 2025. Hit save, then it will be official. Excel workbooks are more than just worksheet. So instead of sticking with the boring book 1, get creative with meaningful names right from the start. This little habit will make finding your files a breeze later on. Great job. Now that we have nicely named our workbook and ready, let's jump into navigating and customizing your workbook. Excel provides several options for customizing your view. For starters, let's take a look at the ribbon where all the main features are located. Additionally, you can adjust your zoom settings using slider in the right bottom of your workbook for closer or wider view of your workbook. Navigating between sheets in your workbook easy. You'll find the sheet tab at the bottom to move between them. Okay. just clicking the sheet tab, you will move between your sheets. If you want to customize your view further, you can hide the lines for cleaner looking, or adjust workbook background color to make it easier on your eyes. For easy navigating between sheets in large workbook, use the shortcut for that. For Windows, use Control plus page up, or Control plus page down for easy navigating between worksheet. Let's do that. Control plus page up, Control plus page down, and you will easily navigate between sheets. For Mac user, they can use Control plus Option and page up or page down. This lets you quickly jump between sheets without having to click on several tabs, especially when you are working with dozen of sheets. Great job. You are doing great. Now let's move on renaming and organizing sheets. Worksheets are where all the action happens in Excel. A workbook can contain multiple worksheets, and each one holds a grid of cells where your data is stored. You quickly realize that each worksheet is like a page in a book. However, the default names are Sheet 1, Sheet 2, or Sheet 3, and etc. are not that helpful. Imagine trying to find a sheet named Sheet 1 when you have 20 other sheets. To make your life easier, renaming your worksheet can help you identifying them quickly. For example, you might rename your worksheet as an inventory list or sales report, so you can exactly know where to look when you need a specific information. Renaming your sheet is very easy process. Just double click on the sheet tab and rename, or you can also right click and select rename from the menu and type your sheet name and click enter. It's that simple. Incredible job. Now that we know how to rename sheets, let's explore how to add them, delete them, or copy them effectively. Managing your worksheet effectively is crucial for smooth workflow. Here is how to add, copy, and delete worksheet. To add a new sheet, simply click on the plus icon next to the sheet tab, and your sheet is here. Alternatively, you can right click and select insert from the menu to add a new sheet. That's simple. To copy the worksheet, right click on the tab of the sheet you are required to copy. For example, I want to copy the entire data of the sheet 1. Simply right click on the sheet and select from the menu create a copy, move, or create a copy. Okay, then after that, select the checkbox here and click OK. You will find that we have duplicated the entire sheet, including the data and the formatting. To delete the same sheet, right click on the sheet tab and select delete from the menu. Okay, and your sheet will be deleted. Go ahead and try adding, copying, renaming, and type and deleting a few worksheets in your workbook. Practice makes perfect. Fantastic job. Now let's move on to managing multiple worksheets effectively. Managing several worksheets can be tricky, but there are some easy ways to stay organized. For example, we have hiding worksheet. If you workbook getting crowded, you can hide worksheet to keep it out of sight, but still accessible when needed. To hide a sheet, right click on any sheet you want to hide it and select from the menu hide. Alternatively, you can also unhide the specific sheet. Just right click and choose unhide from the menu and select the desired sheet and click OK. For example, we have other options like moving sheets. If you want to organize the sheet, uh, uh, for example, I have sheet number 2 in the beginning. I want to put it in the middle. So I will select and drag the sheet to the middle so it will be organized properly. If you want to color the tab, if you have a large data set, you can color the code of your data sheet tab for easy identification. Right click on the sheet tab and select the tab color and select any desired color from the menu, and your sheet tab will be color at your choice. You can also use worksheet reference to pull any data from the sheet into another sheet. For example, if you have some information or calculation in sheet number 1 and you want to pull that information to sheet number 2, that's easy. Simply write a formula for that. Equal sheet name, for example, type equal, then the sheet number 1, for example. Then after that, select the cells reference as, for example, A9 in sheet 2. That's going to fetch the data from the sheet. It's that simple. Outstanding offers. Now let's move on to mastering sales, understanding sales reference and data types. Welcome to the heart of Excel, the sales. These little squares are where all your data comes to life. Each cell has unique reference like cells A1 or we say B11, where the letter tells you the column and the numbers tells you the rows. Inside these cells, you can enter all sorts of data, numbers, text, dates, and even formulas. Now, let's talk about something truly magical, sales reference. When you create a formula, these references determine how Excel pulls your data. There are two types of reference we're going to talk about today. Our first reference is the relative reference that can adjust itself when you copy the formula to new location. It's based on the position of the cells in relation to where the formula is copied. If you move or copy a formula with a relative reference, Excel will recalculate the reference based on the new position. We have an example of monthly sales, monthly expense tracking. In sales D6, you want to calculate the total expenses of each month. Enter a formula equal B6 plus C6 and D6. You can then copy the formula down to D7 and D8. The reference will adjust automatically to B7 plus C7 and in D7. Let's do that. Also the B8 plus C8 in D8. Let's do that and I will show you how the formula adjusts itself. Okay, let's type equal, then we will select the B6 cell plus the C6 cells, then hit enter. Okay, then copy the D6 cells with the formula and paste it in the C7 and 87, sorry, D7 and D8 cells, and see the result. Hit enter. Now, if we click on the D7, you will see that the formula adjusts itself. Also, in the D8 cell, also the formula adjusts itself. Okay. So, allowing you to quickly calculate totals for each month without changing the formula manually. Okay. So, we have done the first part of our reference. Let's shift our gear to the second reference, that is an absolute reference. It does not the absolute reference, it does not change when you copy the formula to new location. It's always point the same cell regardless of where the formula is pasted. To create absolute reference, you add dollar sign before column letter and row number. We have an example of applying discount rate. Uh, let's say you are preparing a sales report where you need to apply a consistent discount rate to various products. In cell C6, you want to calculate the discounted price. You will start by entering the formula equal sign, then you will select the B6 cell, then you will enter the multiply sign, then you will open a parenthesis, you will enter the discount, then you will enter the discount reference by locking it, then you will close the formula and hit enter. uh, B9 contains the discount rate of 10 percentage. When you copy the formula down to C7 and C8, it automatically adjusts to the following way. Let's do that. Copy and paste, hit enter. You will see that it adjusts itself by, if you read the formula, equal B7 and the rest of it. Also, the other formula, it adjusts itself. The absolute reference is the same B9 cell, to ensure that the discount rate remains constant for all calculation. Okay, outstanding efforts. Now let's move on to hide and unhide rows and columns. If you're enjoying the tutorial so far, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and share your favorite Excel feature in the comments. Let's learn together. Excel heading and unheading rows and columns is a valuable feature for managing your data effectively. This allows you to refine your spreadsheet, focusing only on the information you need at the given time. So, how do we hide these rows or column? It's easy as a pie. First, just click on the rows, numbers, or column letter you want to hide, then right click and choose hide from the contents menu. Let's do that. We're going to select the performance and the hire date, and we're going to right click and hide. Also, we're going to select the employee Charlie and Eve, and right click and hide. Awesome. Now, what if we need these heading rows or column back? No worries. Unheading is just as simple as right click and choose the unheading menu, unhide from the menu, and just that, like that, they will appear. Let's do that. Right click, unhide, right click, unhide. Okay. So The other one. Okay, that's it. So it's that simple. You are crashing it. Now let's move on to inserting, deleting, and managing rows and columns. Excel is powerful tool when it comes to organize data and rows and columns. Plays a central role in this. Being able to quickly managing rows and columns will help you stay efficient, especially when you are working with large data set. To insert row, simply right click on row numbers where you want to add new rows and select insert from the menu. You can also use shortcut like control plus key for Windows user and command plus key for Mac user. Let's do that. Let's see insert. Okay, and a shortcut with control plus. We have adding, we have successfully add a new column and new row. Similarly, to delete a row or a column, right click and select delete from the menu. Or shortcut for that, control minus key for Windows user and command minus key for Mac user. Let's do that. Right click and delete and the shortcut control minus. Okay. Uh, when managing rows and columns, you can also adjust their size. Simply drag the boundary of the row or the column header to resize it, or you can do something else. Right click on the and choose the row height or column weight for more precise adjustment. Let's do that. We can drag the boundary from here, or we can drag the boundary from here to adjust the column weight and a row height. Or we can right click and select column weight and put some specific number and click OK. Or we can also select row weight and put some specific numbers and hit enter. Okay, this is the easiest way to adjust the row and the columns. You can also insert multiple rows and columns at once. Just highlight the numbers of rows or columns letters that you want to add. Then right click and select insert. Excel will insert the same number of the rows or column that you have selected. Let's do that. If we select C and D and E, the three columns, and right click and insert, you will notice that we have new three columns. The same thing if we do with the 6 and 7 and 8 and right click and insert the new columns. They're going to be three new columns. Okay, you are doing a great progress here. Now let's look at how we can manage workbook and worksheet protection. Crucial aspect to of working with Excel is protecting your work book or worksheet. Uh, Especially if multiple people are accessing your workbook. Excel offers two levels of protection: workbook protection and worksheet protection. First up, let's talk about workbook protection. If you want to protect the entire workbook, simply go to File, then navigate to Info, then select Protect Workbook. Let's do that. This is File, then we're going to navigate to Info, then here is the Protect feature. Okay. You can also head over to the Review tab. Then you can select from the menu here, Protect Workbook. Okay. This nifty feature prevents anyone from making structural changes to your workbook, like adding, deleting, or moving sheets. Perfect for keeping everything in order. Now, what if you want only protect specific sheet? No problem. Just right click on the sheet you want to protect. Okay. Then select protect. Where is it? Protect sheet. Here is. Then you will select which sheet you want to protect and set a password for that. Then click OK. You can also go and navigate from the uh, review tab. Then you will find also here protect sheet. You can select it and you can also do all the changes you want. This way user won't able to edit, delete, or make any changes or unwanted modification to your worksheet. It's a great way to keep sensitive information safe. Great job protecting your data. Now let's wrap up our tutorial with printing and exporting your workbooks. Once your workbook is ready, you often need to share it outside of Excel. Likely, Excel offers several options for printing and exporting your work. Let's talk about how we can easily share your work with others. To print a worksheet, simply head to File tab, then navigate to Print. Let's do that. Okay, File, then navigate to Print. Okay, here you can select which worksheet you want to print, adjust the page setup, and preview your print job. If you are a fan of shortcut, you also can use the shortcut of key control plus P for Windows and command P for Mac for to quickly open the print menu. It's that's easy. Now, if you want to export your workbook to different format, for instance, if you like to share your workbook as a PDF file with your friends or someone who not using Excel, simply select the File tab, okay, then navigate to Save As, then choose from the options Save as a PDF. Alternatively, you have also a simple shortcut to do that. You will press Alt F8 to easily access to save as dialog quickly. Let's do that. Alt F8. Simply, you are now in the save as tab. Okay, so go ahead and try practicing printing, exporting your own workbook to see how easy it can be. You are now ready to share your workbook like a pro. Great job, everyone. That was our last chapter in this tutorial. We have covered every important concept about workbook and worksheet. Wow, what a journey we had together. But hold on tight, our next adventure is right around the corner. In our upcoming tutorial, we are diving into Excel data entry, formatting, and basic functions. Trust me, you are going to love what's coming next. Thanks a million for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, give a big thumbs up and share it with your friends who are also on their journey, on their Excel journey. I'd love to hear from you your thoughts. What skills are excited to tackle next? And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you are always in the loop for our upcoming tutorials. Can't wait to see you soon. Let's keep learning together.